Hallo, welkom bij Ondernemers TV. Ik ben Sipko Visser en voor Ondernemers TV interview ik leuke ondernemers ondernemers met plannen, ondernemers met ervaringen, ondernemers die falen en toch doorzetten. Leuke ondernemers, niet meteen Bill Gates of John de Mol, maar gewoon een ondernemer bij jou uit de straat. Dus, ga gauw verder en geniet van Ondernemers TV. Today I introduce to you Lianna Meelker. She is a multi-talent, multi-language. You speak English, Spanish, Russian, Armenian, and Dutch. But we have the interview in Dutch today. The founder of the JLM business holding. And my first question to you, Lianna, what is it exactly that you do?
My first and most important task is just time management coaching
Right.
and being an offer. And thank you very much for inviting me for this interview. Yeah.
Okay, Lianna, since when do you run this business?
As a time management coach, I'm coaching 70 years, but I was coaching business English mostly. And since 2020, the biggest start was for my time management coach. When all happened, this COVID and everything, I saw how people are facing this trouble with timing. And as being a mom of two, full-time mom, business owner, start to write a book, and I was in politics, I was having the question, how do you manage it all? How do you manage it all? And be always in shape, be always fresh. We never see you tired. And then I was already learning. I had online mentors about time management, physical and mental condition. People, it was lots of study to do.
And that's when you started your own business, right?
Yeah, at the same time I was running the business. Then 2021, I already just started to be a mentor, started to have mentees in mostly from female business communities where I'm a member in multiple communities. And I turned my students from business English into time management mentees, and it went good. Yeah, and then I started to write a book. All my knowledge I put into the paper and published my first book, The Pilot of Your Time.
Right.
Because time is flying. That's the bad news. And the good news is that we are the pilot. That's
Right.
a very good saying.
Oh, yeah.
That came into my head to title my book like that. And last year, on my birthday, I published my second book, Effective Morning Routine, because everything starts in the morning.
Right, right.
Start, yeah.
Lianna, starting your business, how did that feel?
It feels like ups and down, ups and down.
Oh, yeah.
Not to stop after you fail. Once you stop, you quit. But once you don't stop, you just keep going on. Then the failure is removed automatically.
Okay, tell me about the highlights. What were the peaks? What were the successes?
Successes. Well, when I came to the Netherlands in 2011, and I was based permanently from 2015, and then I met my future husband then. 2017, we got married, and then I just started real estate business while I was training online.
Mm-hmm.
I started when I was absolutely not ready. I didn't have even knowledge about the terminology in a real estate. And I started before I was ready with my own money, without investment. We started, and it went so good that 2019, we wanted already to grow it so much that we just created like small hotel type from Airbnb started into the hotel, because I was involved in every aspect of the business, starting from a renovation, working with clients, administration, everything. At the same time, I was training and became mom. But 2020, we had already our plan, finance to 2 years to travel all over the world and everywhere based real estate. But what happened in the world? COVID hit.
Right.
Fell down.
And you fell down
Yeah.
in
It was a huge jump for me because coming to foreign country without language, without job, without house, not being a migrant or a refugee to be given help from the government, I had to find myself a way out with internship, with study. And I was teaching like sometimes 16 hours a day to manage all my payments. And within 3 years, when I managed to have a document, business, husband, daughter, and that was huge jump, and business was jumping and having students from all over the world teaching the language which was not my native language in the Netherlands, teaching Swiss people or Norwegian people English and business English, and then turn it into time management. That was huge for me. That was real jump. It was like really luxurious, traveling, everything. And then was it, and then jump down, but I didn't stop that moment. During COVID, I started time management, another business with my husband. It was going up and then again down, but that's the specific part of the business. Not
ups and downs. Yeah. Hey, and during all these ups and downs, what have you learned about yourself?
I didn't learn anything in my ups. I learned everything in my downs.
Right. Right.
The success gives you pleasure. But one thing I learned doing ups, I don't have to forget about the bad days. And doing the downs, you don't have to forget about the good days.
Right.
But my motivation was stronger when I was down than when I was succeeding.
Right.
During the down moment, I'm the most motivated person, and I'm getting it whatever it takes.
Right. So can you say that the pitfalls, the problems you encounter, the downs, that you learn more from them than from the peaks and the successes?
So first thing, rule number one in real estate, you get always down when you wait to buy, when you wait to act, wait too long. That was I did, big mistake. Though COVID was a force majeure case.
Sure.
And in my coaching, a second mistake was I didn't start like in a real estate business when I was not ready. I wanted to be perfectly ready, perfect web page, everything perfect, then to start. That was and I was not promoting myself. I was not putting up there myself. Then from my mentors, I learned just you have to put yourself there, because every day you help one person. If you don't show, someone else will do that job instead of you, even if that someone is not good as you.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, and then Lianna, if you look ahead, if you look like 5 years ahead, what will your business look like then?
Absolutely being a bestseller.
All right.
And having published my 5th book, because the 3rd one is on its way, and the next 2, the titles are ready, structures are ready.
Right.
I'm not counting to have 5 of them bestseller, but at least 3 of them have to be bestseller.
3 out of 5 books will become
yes,
bestsellers.
And I'm not talking as a future tense. I always put in a present tense.
Right.
And to have my real estate in Spain and in Dubai on the projects I'm working right now.
Right.
And maybe to have own yacht.
And your own yacht. Wow. Wow. And what will it be? Will it be a sailing yacht or a motor yacht?
Okay, then I will definitely ask your advice as a specialist builder.
Well, so you have a very clear view of the future.
And one more thing, I also planned books that I have to read. These are more than 50 books, the titles. I have to read those books and speak French. That's a big goal for me.
Another language?
Yes.
Does it fit in your head?
Actually, yes. After 3rd language, the rest is going easier.
Oh, right.
Dutch is very difficult for me because everyone speaks here English.
Oh, yes. And they switch to English all the time, like
every
myself.
time. And even my Dutch husband switches into English. Only my son doesn't switch. When I speak to English, Tim says, nee mama, alleen Nederlands.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think it is important for a business owner to have a clear vision of the future?
Clear vision of present, clear vision of your day. Once you open your eyes, you have to have a clear vision. That's in aspects where I had success. These are the aspects where I had a clear vision. Without clear vision, it's like driving without a destination. Just drive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I met my husband, future husband, and I knew it was the man I would marry because I had clear vision what I wanted in my life, and I didn't change partners, like, shoes. And he was actually my first partner. I was 35. We got married. We met and we married next year because that visualization,
Visualization. Yeah.
sorry, and knowing what exactly I wanted in my life. That included also my children. I just so clearly wanted that happen when opportunities are everywhere, even it's next to me. Once you have a vision, you see that. Once you don't have vision, it will be next to you. You will never see that.
I speak to a lot of business owners, and often I ask them the question, where will your business be at in 5 years? And very often I get the answer that I hope this and I hope that. And my answer is always that hope is not a very strong strategy, right?
Absolutely.
No,
Hope and
you need a
try. I
vision.
don't love these two words.
Hope and what?
Try. If you try to do something, it's still trying. Just try to walk. You walk or not. There's no
Right.
trying. And there's no hope. Hopefully it will not rain today, but in case I have my umbrella, not to blame the weather.
Just this morning, I saw some kind of a quote about children learning to walk, learning to get up and walk, and it never happens that a child, after falling down 50 times, says, "Okay, well, this walking, that's not maybe not for me."
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, if you wanted a business, learn from children. MBA will not teach you as children, because one thing that is important is to sell. How to sell? Learn from children. Any child says, I want ice cream, the answer is no. 95% it ends up in 20 minutes the child is licking the ice cream. They don't see obstacles. They are focused what they want. They don't care about the opinions, what they would think. They go what they want. I learn from my children.
Right. Interesting. Interesting. So this being a business owner, is that something you grew up with from your childhood, or is it
Yeah.
something you bumped in later?
I was 10 years old. I grew up in a country where actually parents take care of children till they graduate the university. Parents are paying everything. You don't work there. In my time, when you're a student, there's no way you could even work at the same time. It's shame. But I was 10 years old. I was never settling. This is the only thing. I'm always in a trouble kind of. I never settle. I couldn't only go to school. I was searching extra things. Then I went in 9 months into knitting courses. And then I started to knit my items and asked my father to join me to take it to the supermarket to ask them if they can sell it. But my classmates couldn't know that because they would laugh at me. And I started to earn money in that age. And then when I was 18 years old, I didn't have job yet or anything. You couldn't work then. I was 17 years old. Yeah. I went to Otto firm, that's German firm. He said, do you have job for me? But I was not 18. They didn't have right to take me. Well, they say you can get ordered from this magazine and get compensation. I said, okay, I don't have that rich people surroundings. I can't do that. But I can do something else for you. Give me lots of magazines. So I took so many bags with a taxi, took to the kiosks, all those magazines. And then they were all sold and I had my percentages. They were shocked when I brought that money back. And then 2-3 years I did that. And yeah, when I was student already, my course mates, they didn't know when we were working for those kiosks, the people working there, they knew me, but as if I didn't know them, because it was shame to work while you were a student, I always made money.
Right.
Always loved to work. I was making actually massage my grandfather for like 50 cents if we count for today's money.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Self-made woman. Hey, and if there was a young a young student, and they come up to you, he or she comes up to you and tells you that, Lianna, I'm considering starting my own business, in whatever branch. What is your advice for this very young business owner?
I could advise my 20 years old self as well to make that study into distance study, because nothing against the universities, but the system never teach you how to make business. The education system doesn't teach you how to think. They teach you what to think, and what to think doesn't include to run your own business.
Right.
It teaches you how to run their businesses, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would advise to do distance study for network, to go university, or to even quit. And invest. If it's 20 years old, young, you have to invest only in yourself, lot. Because today we live in the world that in 3 months you can learn for free, absolutely for free, in YouTube, something that society needs.
Right.
And then make money out of it.
Wow.
Keep a side job, invest in yourself, and put yourself out there. But the most important skills is the negotiation skills, which is lacking most of the time in a female, and that has absolutely nothing to do with gender inequality. It comes out from in the educational system, we don't get negotiation skills.
Right.
The boys learn it out of inviting girls out, being turned down, and then making it again. That's why there are more CEOs, male than female. So learning negotiation skills, learning how to sell.
You learn it from running after girls. That is an interesting perspective.
Yes, being turned down, you make it again. You propose, you invite us out. That is skills that's why in the interviews, men can bluff about the request that they don't match, but they go to the interview and they are negotiating the salary during the interview. The women have to match in their CV 90% minimum, then go to that interview, and they never negotiate the price. I did some survey, that statistics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting perspective. Hey, and what is the last book you have read, which you recommend?
The Principles.
The Principles?
That's amazing. I'm still reading it. I read till the half, and then I went again from the beginning, but it's quite a little bit difficult book for people who are not finance. It was one thing I also missed at the beginning of my business. I didn't learn all the terms in finance. So I learned all the terms in finance. You have to know what's acquisition, EBITDA, or, amortization, all that stuff. You can learn it just 2-3 courses in YouTube. You don't have to go to MBA to learn that all. And after that, when I learned, I went back and I took that book and I'm reading it again. But before it, I read the third time Think and Grow Rich. And before it, I read, mostly I'm trying to read 1 or 2 books a month because of the timing. Yeah. Otherwise, I would do it 4 books a month.
Wow.
But what I learned as well, 85% of successful and rich people are first generation. And what they did when I asked them, I heard it in an interview, they read 4 books a month. And those books are self-help books. Not
read
like
a book per week.
Hmm? Yeah. Yeah.
Think and Grow Rich.
I still cannot do that because I have also 2 kids and I'm a full-time mom, and this is time.
And then
bring back.
The book, The Principles, that is something interesting. I haven't read that one. I have read Think and Grow Rich a couple of times.
Yeah.
Someone actually advised me to read it once a year.
Yeah, that sometimes it has to be like self-guide. That's also about, I don't tell it for the advertisement, but my book is not published in the shops yet. It's only in Amazon.
Right.
Once it's published, I will do the promotion, but I got a review. girl that she's reading it the second time because that keeps her to stay self-disciplined. I didn't write it as a book. It's like a guide, self-guide with you always to be with you. What you have to do is it's not absolutely not about to-do list, to be organized, get 6 o'clock, doing that. No, absolutely no. It's not also in my time management coaching. I never coach you have to get up 6, you have to make your bed. No, those things do not bring you money.
Right. Okay.
Or success, but or half an hour journaling what you have to do. Instead of half an hour, you can invest action. The only thing I believe is just an action, but there are several aspects in the morning you have to do or in your time management to stay self-disciplined and consistent, because these are the 2 keys in every success.
Consistency. Yeah.
Consistency. Even if you grow your social media, you miss the consistency, you cannot get a platform.
Wow. Thank you. If people want to connect to you, then they can get to LinkedIn, Lianna Meelker.
Meelker, American. That's second. My surname, the birth surname is a little bit difficult for you.
Yeah, that is very difficult. Yeah, that's why I
when
left
they
that.
type also Lianna for success, Lianna time management. I have Instagram, I have a LinkedIn, or the pilot of your time, my book in Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
And what is the title of your book?
The first book is The Pilot of Your Time.
The Pilot of Your Time. That is the title, and you can find it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Right.
And the second book is The Effective Morning Routine.
The Effective Morning Routine. Wow. Thank you, Lianna. Thank you for joining Business Owners TV, and I wish you a lot of business success. And I'm impressed by your vision and the way you run your business. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This was very just a nice conversation, I could say. That's a huge honor for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.